He's Tony. I'm Mike. This is season 3 and draft week of the Action Bowl.
Welcome back to the 2024-2025 Season 3 of the Action Bowl.
This is draft week, where we introduce the competitors from weeks 1 through 8.
What is the Action Bowl? The Action Bowl is a single elimination tournament where only one can reign supreme.
We begin with a pool of 20 action stars.
This season, each action star is represented by 6 films from their catalog. 3 good, 3 bad. We use 6 films to ensure that matchups are random throughout the entire tournament.
We draw 16 action stars that will go head-to-head. The order they are drawn determines the matchups for weeks 1 through 8.
Stars not drawn for this season are eligible for future seasons of the Action Bowl. We'll spin the Action Bingo Cage of Doom and draw 16 competitors, and the order they're drawn are going to determine what week and who they're going up against.
For each matchup, we randomly draw a film from each competitor.
At the end of each week, we draw the films for the next week's matchup. That way you guys can play along and drop your scores in the comments.
We then discuss the films and reveal our scores on camera.
Each film is scored on 3 criteria: the story,
The action.
and the entertainment.
We add and average the scores and determine the winner.
In the event of a tie, the match will be determined by a round of action rock, paper, scissors.
The winner moves on to the next round.
The loser goes into the Action Bowl of Shame, never to be spoken of again.
Each matchup, a new film is chosen from the star's remaining catalog until only one action star remains. Who's going head-to-head? Season 3 action stars cover over 80 years of film. Starting with number 1, Liam Neeson, with the films Taken, Darkman, The A-Team, The Grave, Non-Stop, Memory. Action contestant number 2 is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, with The Scorpion King, Dune, The Rundown, Walking Tall, Bastard, Hercules. Action contestant number 3 is Vin Diesel, with Pitch Black, Bloodshot, Triple X, Witch Hunter, Fast and the Furious, and Amanda Part. Action contestant number 4 is Pam Grier. She is represented by Foxy Brown, Coffee, The Big Dial House, Original Gangsters, The Arena, Black Mama, White Mama. Action star number 5 is Harrison Ford, represented by Raiders of the Lost Ark, Blade Runner, The Fugitive, 6 Days, 7 Nights, K-19, The Widowmaker, and Frantic.
Action star number 6, Michelle Yeoh, is represented by Everything Everywhere All at Once, Tomorrow Never Dies, Police Story 3, Super Cop, Yes Ma'am, Silverhawk, and The Magnificent Warriors. Contestant number 7 is Lucy Liu, who's represented by Charlie's Angels, Ballistic X vs. Sever, The Man with the Iron Fist, Rise, Blood Hunter, Codenamed The Cleaner, and Future World. Contestant number 8, Donnie Yen, is represented by Hitman, Killzone, Legend of the Fist, Cheetah on Fire,
Drunken Tai Chi,
and Kung Fu Master. Contestant number 9, Tom Hardy, is represented by Warrior, Minotaur, This Means War, Deserter, The Dark Knight Rises, and Venom. And contestant number 10, Jean Reno, is represented by La Femme Nikita, Leon, also known as The Professional, Mission Impossible, Ronin, Godzilla, and The Crimson Rivers.
Action contestant number 11 is Steve McQueen, represented by The Great Escape, Bullet, The Magnificent Seven, The Getaway, Hell is for Heroes, The Hunter. Action contestant number 12 is Tyrone Power. He is represented by The Mask of Zorro, Jesse James, A Yank in the RAF, The Black Rose, Captain from Castile, Prince of Boxes. Action contestant number 13 is Errol Flynn. He will be represented by The Seahawk, Captain Blood, The Adventures of Robin Hood, The Dark Avenger, Cross Swords, The Adventures of Captain Fabian. Action contestant number 14 is Mark Wahlberg, He'll be represented by Deepwater Horizon, Planet of the Apes, Two Guns, Max Payne, The Big Hit, and The Corruptor. Action contestant number 15 is Sam Worthington. He will be represented by Avatar, Terminator Salvation, Clash of the Titans, Man on a Ledge, 9 Bullets, and Rogue.
Action contestant number 16, Scott Adkins, is represented by Ninja, Savage Dog, Castle Falls, El Gringo, Assassination Games, and Accident Man. Action contestant number 17, Mario Van Peebles, is represented by Solo, Posse, Highlander 3, Full Eclipse, Gunman, Blowback. Action star number 18, Miles O'Keefe, is represented by Tarzan, Iron Warrior, Ator the Fighting Eagle, Phantom Raiders, Hell's Heroes, and The Long Runner. Action star number 19, Thomas Jane, is represented by Killshot, The Punisher, Deep Blue Sea, Hunter's Moon, Drive Hard, and Into the Grizzly Maze. And finally, action star number 20, Sean Connery, is represented by The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, The Rock, Never Say Never Again, Rising Sun, Medicine Man, and Highlander. You know the rules.
You know the players.
Let's find out who's going head-to-head in weeks 1 through 8 of the Action Bowl and find out which 4 of our competitors are going to be eliminated. Let the draft begin! Contestant number 1.
All right, Action Bowl contestant number 1 is number 20. That is Sean Connery.
Contestant number 2.
All right, contestant number 2 is contestant number 3, Vin Diesel.
All right, and draft number 3.
We have 5, which is Harrison Ford.
And draw number 4.
It's competitor number 2, which is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
And competitor number 5.
Number 11, which is Steve McQueen.
And Steve McQueen is going to be going up against
Number 6, which is Michelle Yeoh.
All right, competitor number 7.
Or draw number 7.
Oh, well, we got 2 for 1. I'm going to give you that one first.
All right. Number 4, Pam Grier.
And Pam Grier is going to be facing off against
Number 8, Donnie Yen.
and competitor number 9 is
18, which is Miles O'Keefe.
yes! Bringing some quality to the Action Bowl this season. And Miles O'Keefe will be facing off against
7, Lucy Liu.
oh, interesting. Competitor number 11.
$16.
Scott Adkins.
Number 12.
And Scott Adkins is going up against
Number 9, Tom Hardy. Okay. Contestant number 13 is number 12, Tyrone Power.
13. All right. Competitor number 14.
Is number 10, Jean Reno.
Only one matchup left, and the first draftee for that matchup is
13, Errol Flynn.
And our final draftee for this season of the Action Bowl,
19, Thomas Jane.
So our matchup for week 1 of the Action Bowl is Sean Connery going up against Vin Diesel.
Week 2 has Harrison Ford versus Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Week 3 has Steve McQueen going up against Michelle Yeoh.
Week 4 has Pam Grier versus Donnie Yen.
Week 5 has Miles O'Keefe going up against Lucy Liu.
Week 6 has Scott Adkins versus Tom Hardy.
Week 7 has Tyrone Power going up against Jean Reno.
Week 8 has Errol Flynn versus Thomas Jane. So, not participating in this season Action Bowl, first we have Mario Van Peebles, who I know you were very excited to have in this lineup.
I was super stoked for him to be nominated and put into the pool on this one. I am a little disappointed that he didn't make it this season, but there's always future seasons, and I look forward to watching Mario compete. I mean that sincerely.
I will not miss him. I'm not a fan of the Peeves, so it's an automatic win for me.
Also not competing this season is Sam Worthington, which I know that he's famous and I know he's an action star, but I don't care.
I'm kind of in the same group as you. I mean, really the only movie of his that kind of half enjoy is Terminator Salvation. And beyond that, that's it. Clash of the Titans, I hate that movie. Man with the Mullet or Man on the Ledge, I have no desire to see it. And beyond that, I really don't know what else he's done. So
you and me both. I was going to say, he was a shooting star. He popped up in Avatar, and everybody thought he was going to be the next big thing, and that just didn't quite happen the way that he hoped. But he still does a lot of Australian films. So good luck to you down under, Sam.
Here's how much I think about Sam Worthington. I totally forgot about Avatar. So do with that as you will. Also not competing is Mark Wahlberg, who's okay. He's fine enough.
In the right role, he's perfect. In the wrong role, he's tragic. So, and I'm not going to miss that we don't have any chance of sitting through Planet of the Apes. I'm good with that. We did our 5-film retrospective of the classic Planet of the Apes films, and it was spectacular, and I would hate for it to be tainted by an Action Bowl episode.
I'm very just kind of meh about Mark Wahlberg. I'm not like a super fan. I don't hate him by any stretch of the imagination, but like the movies he does really well are really good. What would not compete in this one, but would have been good for like Halloween was Fear. He's very good in that movie. I enjoyed the movie quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm not saying he has bad movies. As a matter of fact, he has some really impressive films on his resume, in his catalog. And he's kind of the perfect competitor in that you don't care if he gets eliminated. And last but not least, Liam Neeson was also not drawn for this season of the Action Bowl.
Every Liam Neeson action movie, though, is like every other Liam Neeson action movie except for Darkman. Was Darkman even in his list of movies?
It was actually. But I was going to say, that's kind of the case now. It wasn't originally, but then he did Taken, and then everything that he's done since then has kind of been Taken, but with a twist. So, and we really didn't have that many of those later films. I think Nonstop and Memory are 2 films that came after Taken. The rest of these actually came before it. So we are going to be missing out on some quality action films here, but it's 3 good, 3 bad for a reason.
This is true. All right. Well, let's move on to our drawing.
So drawing for week 1, I will be drawing for Vin Diesel. Mike will be drawing for Sean Connery.
Let's see here. Let's do this dude. And for Sean Connery, we have The Rock.
Oh.
So I have not seen The Rock. in
oh,
forever.
okay.
In forever. Not ever, but practically forever. So I don't remember how good this movie is. I remember it being entertaining.
It's a damn entertaining film. It's quite possibly Michael Bay's best film. I don't know. Take that with a grain of salt, but yeah. I had seen it not too terribly long ago, and I remember it still holding up fairly well. It's got a very young Nicolas Cage as his co-star, Ed Harris. Tony Todd is in it, which Tony Todd makes any movie better. So it's a worthy competitor. It is a strong draw for Connery.
All right. Well, we'll see then. Who we got here? Oh, Vin Diesel, man. You got your work cut out for you, buddy.
This is the epitome of a mixed bag here. This could go so many ways wrong. All right. And Vin Diesel is going to be represented by Triple X.
I remember this being like one of the worst American action James Bond ripoff pieces of crap ever.
I'm going to say that I remember this movie kind of fondly in that Vin Diesel's charisma carries the film. The action sequences are like James Bondian outrageous.
Yes.
But it's all going to rely on, do you buy Vin Diesel as a government recruited super secret agent who just also happens to be into extreme sports? So I'm going to say...
Well, I mean, then if you're a fan of Fast and the Furious series, then this will be right up your alley.
Pretty much that. I'm going to say this. This, again, perfect film for the Action Bowl.
Yes.
We're not scoring on quality. We're scoring on how fun this film is.
You're wrong, sir. We do score on quality. It's not stated specifically as such, but there is such a thing called plot.
Well, there is that.
And such a thing called entertainment. Now, there'll be plenty of action to be had here, no doubt about it. But the other three, I'm not so sure. Plus, we got stiff competition going against The Rock.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, it's, you know, if I was a betting man in Vegas, I'm not so sure about Mr. Vin Diesel. But, you know, hey, you never know. I could watch The Rock and be like, man, this is the biggest piece of crap ever. But we'll see.
We'll see if nostalgia holds up for you on that one. But it's going to be a fun week. It's not going to.
Yeah,
I'm not going to feel like we've been tortured for week one. So that's it for Draft Week of Season 3, 2024-2025 of the Action Bowl.
Join us next episode for Sean Connery versus Vin Diesel.
We will see you then.